Let's get the energy up, guys. Let's go.
Do you hear that? It's the download.
Oh my god. Come on. Yeah. Oh my god. Come on. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's the download.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's Dave.
Hey, it's Lachie.
And it's the download.
The download.
Treat your ears to the download.
It's better than bath salts.
Get on the download with Dave and Lachie.
We're on
We're on
episode 3, David. Can you believe it?
episode 3 of the podcast.
Can you believe it?
We're already here. It's fantastic.
We've got so much content already.
I know.
We're still willing to make a third and a fourth episode at this point.
Oh, the future's looking bright, and look at the amount of content that we've got. Hours, quite literally hours now.
Yeah.
We're in the plurals.
Feels good. It feels good to be here. We're back in the studio.
Hope it's sounding good, guys. There is a new addition to the studio this time. There's a clothes rack. It's got some clothes in here.
There's a clothes rack. It looks like we're down a jumper and a coat.
We are down a jumper and a coat, but
have they been put onto the rack?
No, they haven't. But the clothes rack is serving a purpose as well as being an audio dampener.
I don't know much about acoustics, so that's why I just trust all this stuff to you.
That's right.
A lot of unusual bits of equipment you rock up with, but it seems to work.
That's right. It's by no means is it professional, but it is practical. So that's all that matters to me.
What's it made out of? Did you make that by hand?
No, that's a little op shop pickup. That one made out of some wood, just wood actually.
Yeah.
I think maybe some.
I feel like I've seen sturdier things.
Oh, she's about to fall over.
It doesn't look like a lot of weight's on there either.
Nope, no, it has.
But,
it's a little bit twisted from the weight.
It's good. It adds to the charm.
That's
the
right.
charm of the podcast.
And this is a very charming endeavour that you and I are putting together.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah. You know the show Charmed?
I've seen it on TV.
Who's your? You know the Power of Three?
No.
Well, that's from Charmed, David. So it was a test, and you've just failed that test.
Damn it!
I was going to ask who your favourite one was, but you'd obviously say.
Sabrina.
Well, mine's Piper. All right?
Oh, okay.
But no, we can't dwell there for too long.
No.
But
it's also, just the issue is people don't know Charmed, and we do 45-minute podcast on Charmed. It's a little bit, it's a small market base. Our listener might not know what's happening. So let's, we'll just put that one away.
Well, that's interesting because I'm going to definitely keep it out in the open for a little bit.
Okay.
I've been thinking about running trivia for a while now.
Yeah.
And I think now's the time that I should air out a few of my Charmed trivia questions.
Oh yeah, lay them on me, because I'll be a good, I'm like an everyman because I don't really know that much about it. So if you lay the questions on me, I'll be able to give you some good feedback, I feel.
Right, but you won't know the answers to
Not
the
at
questions or be able to participate?
No, but I'll enjoy the sound of the questions, I think, and how they actually make me feel.
Right, and you'll get to hear about the characters but have absolutely no idea.
Yeah, and
what they're about, or if it's a true or false question, you'll genuinely have no idea.
No, but that's 50-50, so they're good. I enjoy those I can just punt and have a little punt on one and see how I go. So that's what I look for when I go to any trivia night.
Well, is Leo an angel?
True.
Yes. Very good. Is Piper one of the sisters?
True.
That's all the questions that I have so far.
Okay.
Because I haven't watched the show very much either. But
okay. And you're going to do like a 3-hour trivia night?
3 or 4 hour trivia
That'll
night.
be good, yeah.
Something just to sort of, get out there.
Yeah.
Just to get my face out there and start spreading the brand,
Hope you guys like trivia. We're doing 3 hours tonight, everyone.
And then at the end, just plug the podcast when no one's left in the room.
Yeah, that's right. It'd be good. You know that show Charmed, everyone? It hasn't been on TV for about 20 years or so. But we'll do 3 hours on it.
We should probably clear the air about last week because it's a fresh week now, and even though what you did to me was completely fucked up.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't. But yeah.
And we've talked about this and you've agreed.
No, I haven't.
So we're good to go. Our listener doesn't need to stress or sweat at all.
Because I had people saying...
there's anything wrong between you and
I had people saying...
because you admitted you were wrong.
No,
so
I didn't. But I had people saying that this is the end of the DL podcast.
Yeah.
As brief as it was... It's already over, and they've ended on such a negative note. And we were like,
You know, they were saying the DL podcast was an absolute shooting star. You know, was gone like that, but F and hell, they shone bright.
It shone bright and shone loud.
Yeah.
And it's already gone.
You know, but I hate to quote myself from our own newsletter, but it was true. It was true, and, you know, without that rumours section, we wouldn't have more than one reader.
No, that's right. Oh, this newsletter sounds pretty spicy. The rumours section, really good.
Yeah, gossip section.
Yeah, poor Frank. He's probably in there a lot, Frank Walker.
I'm leaning on Frank a lot. I'm leaning on Frank a lot for that content, gossip section.
But yeah, so I guess people just need to know that it was just acting. Lachie and I we just acted, and there's no bad blood, and we didn't really speak at all in the last week. But I was joking in the last one.
You were. That's what you said.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
That's what you said, but I remember I was saying, like, no, this is fucked, I don't want to come over.
Yeah.
Fuck episode 3. Episode 3 is going to be dog shit anyway, because you're in it, you know? Mm-hmm. And then that's when you admitted you were wrong.
No, I don't...
And then I was like, okay, forgiven.
I don't remember this conversation, but it's been a big week, so maybe I'm just going to give you the benefit of the doubt and just say that could have happened. I don't know if it did, but it could have. It is a realm of possibility in there.
Yeah, well, I don't think it was a dream I had.
It sounds like a dream you might have had.
Okay. Well, maybe the air isn't clear then.
Oh, so you've got some other things to say about it? Because I'm ready to move on.
Not really. I'm keen to keep it private.
Oh, and I think it's a bit late for that.
I don't want anyone to really know about what's going on between you and me, personally.
I don't want anyone to write in about it. I don't want anyone to say, hey, were you guys okay? Even though it's on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. You know me, you know? Even though it's that well.
It's well within the public sphere. You want it to be in your private life and a little private Lachie thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
I just don't see why you won't let me have that. Also, just to quickly veer off topic, I think I stink.
No, I'm not getting anything.
Am I okay?
Last week you were a little bit smelly and I didn't say anything.
No, I was paranoid about that last week as well.
Okay. No,
but this time I've come into it like, if he thinks I stink every time I come here, I'm out of deodorant, mate.
Oh, that's the problem.
Genuinely out of deodorant. And when we went to the shops last week, we operate on a list. And if it's not on the list, baby boy,
it doesn't exist.
Getting it. Exactly.
It just doesn't exist.
Exactly right.
You walk past it in the supermarket, you're like, nah.
No, I was out. I finished it off on like the Monday of last week, but because I'm fucking working from home, it's not really a priority. I just jump in the shower,
that
get
makes
stinky
sense.
again in 4 hours, but whatever it is, what it is. And then, you know, so be it.
Well, that makes sense to me, because if you're not actually... The only reason I'm putting on deodorant is because I'm going into work every day. God. And I know if I was sitting here at home, I'd be like, I smell good, I'm fine. I meet the Dave quality standard, which isn't the highest standard, but then to really meet that going out in public standard, that's when I...
But it is a standard, and that's where you and I are different.
Yeah, well...
Because a standard exists for you, whereas for me it's more of a, you know, hobby.
That'll do.
Yeah, it's a hobby to sort of clean yourself and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not an everyday thing.
No. I think the problem last week is you had a singlet on, so you're really just airing those pits out.
And you know how I get too.
Oh, and those pits.
How many times would I come home from work and just strip down on the couch?
On the couch.
And hands on my head, armpits free in the wind.
And your armpits my head's just resting gently under your armpit.
Exactly right.
Because you're being considerate. You're putting your arms up
so they can air out.
No, well, I thought it was more just so there's enough room for the three of us on the couch by putting your arms up and you're not taking off. Oh, okay, you're just airing it out.
And I don't
almost intentionally.
I don't even think it was that. I think I was just rude. Really.
Oh.
I think that's what it was.
Well, I don't know about that.
I didn't intentionally do it.
You didn't intentionally.
But I knew I had issues.
Oh, you weren't trying to gas us.
No.
As a collective, but it just would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got the jumper on today, and so the pits are covered. Yeah, so we got no problems today.
True.
Yeah.
No,
it's all
so
smooth.
No, I'm glad I brought that up because I was thinking when I got to the door, I'm like, fucking hell, if I stink like last week, that's going to be a problem.
No, we're golden.
But now I just stink like this week, so that's good.
We're getting better.
Nah, I'm like that when you can just sit there and you're like, fuck, I really should just get some deodorant on. And then you can't. That's where I am, just in a perpetual state of Stink.
Perpetual state of stink. Oh,
and like, I could easily take 5 minutes out of my day to duck down to Woolies, grab a thing of deodorant, and come home.
Do you reckon you can make that happen? Is that like...
If I really wanted to, I could.
Oh, okay.
But I just...
It's good to know, yeah.
Just get it on the list.
Yeah.
I'll remember.
No, I don't even need it on the list.
I'll remember. I've just been sitting in my own filth for a week straight. I'll remember. Get that on the list. And then the list time comes around and it's forgot, like, do we need anything else? Like, bin bags? Yeah. No, we're good for bin bags. Sweet.
No, I got bin bags last week. Well, it's good to know. It's good to know where you're at with your hygiene levels.
And with the studio being such a confined space as well.
You know what I was thinking today?
What?
Right now, we're just on the cusp of spring/summer.
My birthday's coming up.
It is. We're only weeks away from that birthday. Yeah. Oh. He's a big birthday boy coming up.
Yeah.
Honestly, do you know if it falls on a podcast day? That'd be...
It's a Tuesday, so it's pre-podcast day. So I'll rock up here hungover as fuck.
Exactly.
And you just carry the podcast that week.
That'll be good. Well, I'm used to that. I mean, that'll be good, yeah. But yeah, okay, so that's, coming up soon. Well, happy birthday for a few weeks from now. That's 2 or 3 weeks?
2.
2, yeah. Oh, yeah.
2.
Yeah, nice. But anyway, I was saying... This little studio, come summer, could be a problem. Oh,
yeah. We'll have to knock a wall out.
We got no fan, no aircon.
And a bright light.
It hurts.
A bright, heat-generating light. Well, you never know. It could double as a sauna.
Oh, we could get a sweat on while we get our podcast on.
And then I'll have an excuse to stink.
That's right, it'd be fine.
Tick.
I'd be stinky as well.
Yeah. Oh,
sure,
yeah.
Triple tick. You tell Ash every time you're coming over to mine, you're like, yeah, just going for a sweat.
just going to sweat it out.
Just going for a sweat, Daves.
You know what I just thought of? Picari sweat.
Oh.
Were we into that because that was all we had? Or was that very good?
I liked it.
I did too.
It's weird. If you haven't had Picari Sweat, it's a beverage in Japan, kind of like their Gatorade/Powerade. But it's
very different in the same way.
It's like a tantalizingly different taste.
Yeah.
Where it's sweet and salty at the same time.
Yeah, and you can tell you're getting those essential salts.
Definitely getting those salts. Those electrolytes are hitting hard. But you have too many of those, I reckon you could do yourself in. Just like... You've got so much sugar in you.
Pancreatitis, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Pancreas will be fucking squealing, trying to produce insulin.
Absolutely.
Getting milked. Yeah. Milking that pancreas.
I just need the insulin.
I just need another fucking Picari Sweat pancreas. Don't you give up on me.
I just need a hit.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking draining that thing dry.
But yeah, why are you thinking of that?
I just thought about sweating it out. Oh. And then of course I thought about summer in Japan.
Yeah.
Walking 4Ks at a time in the middle of the day with some luggage. And then that Picari sweat.
Oh, you really took me there. That was like I just had a little flashback and I was that sound effect was crisp.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. We can sample that.
We should sample that.
Put that on a shirt.
Oh, that's a shirt idea.
It might be a bit expensive to get the electronics to do the playback, and it wouldn't wash. You couldn't put it in the washing machine.
No, buy once, never wash.
on the like the tag on the back of the shirt, it's like a full paragraph, like a long sheet of paper,
like a shopping docket, sort of like.
Do not wash, do not dry.
Only use lavender essential oils for. Very practical garment, but that'd be alright. Yeah.
Yeah.
That just makes me think of travelling. Travelling's fucked right now. Can't go anywhere.
Yeah, true.
I don't know what it was, but the other day, just sitting in my jail cell at work, as I like to casually refer to it.
They call it a pod.
They call it a pod, but I'm like, I'm in jail right now.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there thinking about, remember just going to Japan and travelling in general. It just hit me hard.
Did you do much travelling in the last sort of 5 or 6 years? You travelled early.
5 or 6? No, I went to New Zealand, Thailand, Japan, and Singapore in the last 5 years or so. So not heaps.
Still.
Not heaps.
Moving and shaking.
And that's only that's less than once a year. So it's only 4 countries in 5 years. So not... Yeah.
No, it's
pretty standard.
Once a year, nearly. That's all right. That's good.
Yeah.
I went to Melbourne.
Hey.
I went to Melbourne. Hey. I saw that place.
that place, I haven't seen Melbourne.
Lived there for a bit.
You did live there.
Yeah. It's so funny. It's like Queensland, except way more built up. Oh. And they think Queenslanders are retarded.
So they would have liked you then?
Yeah, well, the problem is that I've got like such strong bogan genetics as well that I was playing into their like all Queenslanders are Bob Catter kind of.
Oh yeah, you're trying to like make them feel at home with their like own notions of what a Queenslander is, and you just play it up a bit.
G'day, mate. I'm from Queensland. How you going?
And then they're just like, oh, here's Lachie the Queenslander. Here he comes. Lachie, give us a shout. What's up, Lachie?
You got any crocodiles around here? I want to make some lunch.
Oh, there he goes. Classic Lachie. And then you get home, you're like, oh, heavens. Oh, Jesus. That was a really hectic day.
Oh, my God. The burden of performing for those people.
But they do love the arts down here in Melbourne. Oh, and they do. I've just heard it's just the hit place for culture and arts and stuff. And as a surrogate Queenslander, because, you know, I was from New South Wales originally, but I've been here 15 years. I think I've earned my keep.
I think, unfortunately, you're going to have to renounce your title.
I think I am.
But you got to hold on to those roots, mate. You got to hold on to those roots.
When State of Origin rolls around, mate, you know I've been true the whole time.
True blue, through and through.
And it for years, I've been in pain. Just like, I really wish I could just fucking betray these people. It was like 10 years where we were just getting slaughtered. Yeah. And I said to go, I'm having fun.
Love the footy, Queenslander.
Yeah. And then my brother Jackson's sitting there like, Queenslander. And I'm like, you're from New South Wales. You know we're from New South Wales.
And we're brothers. How could you do this to me?
My brother. Unashamed, but you know.
I didn't see any kids on the way over either.
No kids tonight.
I did come over a bit early though. And I've been loitering around that 7-Eleven you got there on the corner.
Yeah, that is a rough place to loiter around as well. You see some characters at that 7-Eleven.
It looks like a shamble shop.
Oh, it is. It really is. Honestly, it's like every drug deal in town goes and hangs out there.
Yeah.
Because they know that's just where people are going to get a slushie. And what goes better with a slushie? A little bit of marijuana.
A little bit of cannabis.
A little bit of cannabis.
Get your tobacco inside with your slushie.
Of course. And then if you really want it, meth.
If you really, really want it. It's only if you really want it.
And you have to ask nicely.
Yeah, exactly right. Or they won't give it to you.
Exactly. So why are you hanging out there then? What are you doing there?
No, just sort of scouting the area out, just seeing sort of who I can make friends with, who's sort of friendly to talk to and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I thought maybe you were checking out competition or something. Just like a friendly competition. What are you doing there, huh? You tell me. Tell me now.
Well, what I'm doing is I'm very, very, very lonely. And what I've noticed about this particular 7-Eleven is that a lot of vulnerable people go there. Oh. A lot of people willing to chat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll chat.
So I just sit in my car and then I'll say, hey mate, come over here. And then I'll lock the doors of my car. And then wind the window up so it's open half an inch and just have a chat.
Yeah.
And then make sure that the doors locking is super audible so they know I'm afraid of them. Even though secretly that's my plan.
Yeah. I was going to say, has anyone ever tried to slip you drugs through that little window crack though?
No.
Huh. Oh, that's good.
Not yet.
Because to me that just screams, hey, I'm here to buy drugs.
At the moment we're talking, I'm talking to a lot of them about building trust.
Right.
And sort of hey, hey, I'm open if I can trust you to wind this window down another half an inch. If I can trust you, if you're not going to put that big bare hand in here and choke me to death.
Yeah. Well, okay. Seems like you've got some
And he's like, bro, I got depression, I wouldn't choke you. And I go, don't you lie to me, and I wind it up half an inch. And then we talk with the window fully closed.
I was going to say, it sounds like it's fully closed now. And then you're just having muffled...
Exactly that.
How do I trust you, man? Can I trust you? I'm looking for a friend.
But yeah, so that's why I'm hanging out there and sort of hoping to sort of boost the morale of the area in general.
Yeah, well, the community needs it right now. Yeah. Well, all communities need it because we're just this whole shutdown thing. It's got us all down.
Yeah.
And so I guess you're just out there trying to build up the trust.
Yeah. And then they'll take a couple of steps away from me and then unlock the doors.
Yeah.
And then if they stop and they turn around, and then I tell them stay, and they do, then I'll leave the doors unlocked.
3. Wow. Okay.
as a little treat for them.
Yeah.
So that they know that they'll get a reward if they do what I say.
Because you drive like a black Mitsubishi, don't you? I did see there was like a wanted thing on the local community page, like suspect car, like black. I didn't quite. It was a bad photo though, so I didn't.
Probably wouldn't be me.
No,
because I'm trying to build the community up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They probably know who you are actually. Like Lachie, the community builder. Like, yeah. No, he's just out there with the kids trying to chat.
Just trying to build a community up. Build up a community. So it's sort of like once they get like some of that. Like, so what happens is over time, if they do what I say and they get rewarded with, extra half an inch on the window, doors aren't getting locked when they approach the car, they get a little bit of a dopamine hit and it encourages them to be subservient to me.
Yeah. And what's like the end goal? Like once you have full subservience, like what would you...
Once I've got all the 7-Eleven crew at my whim.
All of them. And they'll just do like...
At my beck and call.
Yeah, what do you want to do with that sort of unbridled power?
We're going to do a Clean Up Australia Day.
Oh my goodness.
All of us are going to group up together. I'll be in the car, obviously.
Of course.
And
someone's got to lead.
Exactly.
And you lead from the back.
And the windows will be down 3 inches at this point because they've earned it. But 3 inches on both sides.
Oh, that's a treat.
If anyone gets too close, doors are locked instantly.
No, and windows straight up.
Exactly. Windows straight up as punishment. But we'll just go all around Zilmere and we'll do Clean Up Australia Day.
That'll be good.
So that's the plan at the moment.
Yeah.
But also I do know that, that there is a lot of power once they fully just, give themselves up to me and what I want them to do.
Yeah, you're going to have to be careful with that power because I don't want it to go to your head because I don't want you
well, we're going to do the Clean Up Australia Day thing.
And that's such a good
I am open-minded to the power tainting and completely corrupting.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm open-minded to it at the moment.
I guess they've always said to be open-minded. I don't know if that's quite what they're talking about, but I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's like open-mindedness to like diversity and like, different like gender issues and things, and also like letting power go straight to your head. It's like those 3 things are probably what they have in mind.
So yeah, there's a few I got a few ideas on the back burner as well. And everyone's probably thinking like, oh, he's starting a cult. Like, let's nip this in the bud early. Like he's starting a cult.
Nah.
I'm not starting a cult.
But then
I'm starting a community.
That's right. You're building you're rebuilding.
Exactly. I'm trying to pick Zilmere up by its bootstraps. And if a couple of people have to go, if a couple of people have to get knocked off in the process, then so be it.
What do you mean by knocked off? Sorry.
Killed.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Well, it sounds like...
if anyone's going to try and stand in my way while I've got this army behind me, then they'll really fucking feel the pain.
You just unleash your army through Zilmere. Get them!
They're all just like malnourished junkies that really can't put on much of a fight at all.
Yes, let's master a gun.
For the slushies!
Yeah. For the One Piece! And you've tainted the One Piece immediately.
Yeah, so... That's why I've been hanging around that 7-Eleven if you really need to know. But Clean Up Australia Day will be a good day.
Yeah, that'll be really nice. And the area could do with a bit of a clean up. So you're doing good work there.
I've also been starting to do a bit of collecting.
Collecting?
Yeah, I'm starting to become a bit of a collector.
What are you collecting?
If you really need to know.
Yeah, well, you brought it up, so
I didn't know there were going to be questions asked
so
you
just said you're collecting, and then we're going to immediately
change the topic just to be like normal. Anyway, TV guides. Remember when they used to come in the news?
Oh yeah.
I reckon they're going to go up in.
You've just got a fucking stack of
I got a suite of TV guides.
Did you go and... Because they don't really make those anymore, so
That's why I'm saying
you had to go buy old ones.
Yeah.
How much did you...
It wasn't easy to find a lot of these.
How much did you pay for...
Had to get a whole heap of them recommissioned. The state that I found them in, mate. Jesus.
Oh, so you went to Officeworks and reprinted?
No.
Oh.
No way, they won't hold their value if you reprint.
You said recommission, so I wasn't quite sure.
Well, you know how like when they get an old car and it's sort of fucked up, but it's the right body and whatever, and they like refurbish it. Maybe I used the wrong word.
Yeah, refurbish.
But
you refurbished your TV.
Yeah, exactly. So there's still all original paper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, so at the moment I've got a pretty rare 1994 September 1st, September 7th TV guide.
Oh, and what makes those two particular issues quite rare?
Well, it's not that they're quite rare, it's what was being aired that week.
Charmed?
In 1994,
Potentially.
You're Dreaming. Sabrina the Teenage Witch at 6:30.
Oh, yes, okay.
Then, what's the Animorphs?
Oh, good show.
Animorphs was on ABC.
Mm-hmm.
What else would have been airing back then? Play School, early afternoon.
Naturally.
But it was with one of the dudes from the Wiggles was on as a guest on that episode.
Oh, wow. Oh, that would make it a little bit more valuable.
Yep. And
one of the OG Wiggles.
And exactly. So when you open the TV guide and you go 3:30 ABC, Play School, featuring Greg from the Wiggles.
Featuring Greg. Greg was the main one.
So it's not the episode itself. But you would know exactly what time it would be on.
Wow, that's so good. Okay.
So I'm collecting.
And the longer you hold on to it, the equal to, if not less value they will become, which is really good.
Equal to, if not more.
No.
Right? Because I'm investing.
Yeah, definitely equal to, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it'll be good, obviously a lot of work goes into sort of framing them and, making sure that, they're authentic. Because, God, the amount of, fake TV guides.
Oh, they're copycats.
All I did was put an ad up saying I was looking for TV guides, and the amount of fake TV... Lucky I got my finger on the pulse, mate. And I got an eye for it now.
I can't believe that they've got these shysters out there trying to take your money away from you.
Yeah, exactly.
Selling fake TV guides.
Are you kidding me? This is Reflex A4. I wasn't born yesterday.
Honestly, the nerve. The absolute nerve of some people. Yeah. Oh, well, sounds like you.
Mate, this is an A3 piece of paper folded in half. I'm not buying this.
So it's A4. That's the standard A4 piece. You've just torn it up immediately.
I've had enough of these folded in half A3 pieces of paper. Someone take me seriously, I'm investing in TV guides.
Honestly. And so how many did you buy in the end?
480.
Oh, wow. And they're just strewn across your place right now? Or you got them in
they're
stacked piles?
They're stacked in order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In order of value or order of year?
Year. No,
okay.
I'm a man of order in that regard.
Yeah. Well, that sounds very wholesome. And so they just take up a little bit of space in your area.
They take up a bit of space, but Ash doesn't mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's if I get a couple more, I think we can actually use them as our bed frame.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
Well, So I say to her, when she's sort of yelling at me, blowing up, going, what are all these TV guys? How much did you spend? When I'm having that conversation, it's well, hey, you were willing to spend $500 on a bed frame, and now look, we got one of the most unstable bed frames.
That's okay.
But we've got one.
Yeah.
And I got you, and I love you.
Yeah.
And that's how we sort of get through a lot of that
this
sort of
bed
stuff.
frame is as stable as our relationship.
Spent $5,000 on that TV guide.
And that's a free bed frame we've got from it. You don't understand.
It's a 2 birds, 1 stone. Haven't you heard the saying? 2 birds, 1 stone, and that was the end of Goliath.
2 rags, 1 frame. They've always said this.
Exactly.
Always. Right. And honestly, the fact that some women don't understand when you're spending thousands of dollars and they just think, oh, it's a frivolous purchase. It's a frivolous purchase. And we go, no, you silly. I have turned this mountain of Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Because trust me, if you go upstairs, you'll find a couple thousand Pokemon cards.
Oh, yeah. And a few rubber bands, I hope.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I'm glad they're not in mint condition.
Oh, no. The amount of wear and tear on these bad boys. Oh, man.
I'll be lucky to get a cent per card.
But you compress those with rubber bands, and you've just made a brick. And you know what's made out of brick?
Where there's fire, there's smoke.
Exactly. Houses. And I'm on my way to building a brand new house from Pokemon cards.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and I don't want to hear a word about how I've wasted $400,000 on Pokemon cards. Nah, don't buy it for a second.
Yeah, exactly. And it's sort of okay, I'm in a bit of debt.
A little bit.
I'm in a little bit of debt. And to be honest, it was a pretty big loan that I nimbled. And nimble with those high interest rates, that's how they get you.
No. If you get because I went with Nimble too. So I had 400,000 Pokemon cards. I got a 23
At 33?
at
Percent?
yes, at 33. No, he offered me 23, but I said no, high is better. I went 33. So
Right,
that's
okay.
right. So I just locked
Compounded weekly.
compounding almost daily, I think, actually.
Okay.
Compounding daily. And I said, no, I want that higher interest rate because I want to do better on my loan.
Yeah.
And then he was kind of laughing at how silly he was being.
As he approved.
As he approved it.
Yeah.
He said, oh, I'm so silly. Here
No
you go.
worries,
And then
there
he
you
gave
go.
me the papers to sign. So that was good.
Yeah. So, but the thing is that you've made a good decision anyway. Like, it's similar with me and the TV guides where it's like your investment's going to increase by more than the interest anyway.
Exactly. And I don't get why, and some girls just don't understand money clearly.
No,
They're
exactly.
just like saying, don't do that. It's actually going to financially ruin you. Don't do it.
Exactly right.
But then I just say, you're not thinking long term.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 10, 20 years down the track.
No. I can criticise you for doing an afterpay on a bra, okay? On a $120 bra, are you kidding me?
She's not thinking long term.
You don't have the money for that.
No, that's a short term purchase.
And that bra's value is only going down the more you wear that
Try
bra.
and resell that bra. You're going to get not that much money for it.
No.
God, we're so smart. So smart.
Yeah.
Real smart boys here.
We're
I'm
just
taking
lucky.
these socks off.
We're just lucky. You can take them off.
I don't know if my feet are going to smell.
Just remember we're in a confined space.
It is confined, but
Nah, just treat me how I'd treat you, mate.
nah,
Just take those socks
I'll
off.
throw them out of the studio. Here we go. They're gone.
Holy
They're
hell,
not
don't
even
slam that door.
They're not even in the environment anymore.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, baby.
Oh, actually, I'm cold. I'm going to get none. I need my socks back.
So, apart from me doing TV guide collecting, you know what else I'm collecting?
What else?
Thumbtacks. For the merch, dude.
Oh my goodness. I was going to say, that could be really serendipitous because we were thinking about using those as merch.
Exactly.
Hot merch items, wow.
So, the weird thing about thumbtacks is that you just find them in the strangest places.
Where are you finding thumbtacks?
Schools.
What? Oh. And you're just wandering around schools? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, but not during the day.
No, I wait till there's a fire drill. And then I go in and fucking boost a whole heap of stationery and all sorts of stuff.
Oh, that's a
Because this
smart way to
loan's
do
really starting to fuck me up, man.
it.
No payments on this loan.
No, but
I'm
they're
stealing
long-term.
so many 30cm rulers, man, to try and pay this loan off, bro.
I just need 7,000 rulers.
And then you just come across a flexi, you know, the flexi ruler.
Oh,
it's
fuck
like,
the flexi
Ching,
ruler.
ching, 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 ching.
Honestly.
Fucking cash cows. Christmas has come early, baby. These are worth twice as much as a standard plastic snappable piece of shit 30cm ruler.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I used to love about those flexi rulers, just quickly?
You could whip yourself.
That, and they were twice the cost of a regular plastic one, and they had about half the effectiveness because they would bend. And then you try and draw a nice straight line, and it's just
Yeah.
perfect. So glad I bought this.
I was never a fan of straight lines anyway.
Nah.
I'm never a fan of being straight.
Yeah,
either.
I was going to say, not really a straight guy. You're just not that straight. You've always been a bit more, a bit different.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of like when you're straight, you've got to just do all this sort of stuff. Whereas
There's a lot of stuff.
If you're not straight, then it opens up a whole new world. Your perspective will change completely.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, the upkeep of being a straight man in this day and age, like every day, I'm getting out of bed. Definitely
What
not.
for? Oh, you don't have to do that when you're not straight.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Honestly, I could convert if I'm not having to get out of bed every day.
No, you don't.
Oh,
You
it's
don't.
a dream.
The beauty of it is you don't have to do anything
Yeah, right.
except get bashed all the time.
Oh, okay. Well, that might be a little bit of a trade-off then.
Just get bashed for being yourself. It's fun in a way because you get to be yourself while it's happening.
Yeah. Holy fuck, that's dark. I was like, don't break character. Pretend you're into this.
I was
it's good to be
going
yourself.
nowhere with that anyway, so we can bail. It's fun. That's fine.
Honestly, I was just like, I've got nothing to come in with this. Nothing without just making it so much worse.
So out of all the Renaissance painters, who would you fuck?
Rembrandt. Absolutely.
I don't even know who that is.
I'm in there immediately because I knew you were going to ask this because
Yeah.
you've always got little art questions. Like you never asked them on the podcast before,
Yeah.
but like the second we leave, you're like, "Oi, honestly, who's your favorite neoclassical painter?" And I'm like, "Fuck, dude, I don't." But anyway, this
I'm
week,
sorry to be on your case.
this
all
week
the
I
time
did some
about it.
research ahead of the time.
I'm becoming too predictable.
Yeah, clearly. Anyway, so I saw some artist depictions of Rembrandt, and I was like, honestly, that's my guy.
What gets you going about him?
Oh, have you seen his nose?
No.
He's got the
If
schnoz.
it's anything like mine, I'm on board.
He's got the schnoz.
Don't tell me he's got a bigger one than me.
He's got the schnoz
I don't believe you.
of a young Picasso, and which is funny because I'm pretty
I
sure
don't even really know what Picasso looks like.
I'm pretty sure Rembrandt was around like 300 years before Picasso.
Shit.
Rembrandt. He was a Dutch painter, born in 1606 in the Netherlands, died in 1669. And I haven't just looked that up. I knew that off by heart because I did the research
69
this week.
XO RIP.
Nice. Yeah. So you thought I wasn't ready, but you did say what sort of favorite artist though?
Well, I just said, who would you go for?
Oh, I thought you said like your
If you
favorite.
could take a swipe at anybody, mate, who would you go for?
Yeah. Well, Rembrandt.
Yeah.
He's got the. I'll show you a picky.
No, I did say Renaissance painter.
You did, and he was
So-
Baroque. He was a little more of a Baroque guy. But that's close.
That's just...
Look at him.
That's nitpicky.
Look at that face.
Oh, shit, he's mature.
Yeah, he's a mature man.
I didn't know you were looking for some sort of a papa figure.
Yeah, well.
No, he's got that bulbous end to his nose.
Yeah.
No, it probably is bigger than
It's
mine.
a healthy bulbousness.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
You see how like good
In terms of
and
how
girthy?
far it protrudes from his face,
Yeah.
I think we're even.
Yeah,
but the
absolutely.
bulb, it's that bulb at the end that really...
Yours is more of a snout, like a sharp shark
Like
fin.
a fin.
Like a
Yeah,
fin.
yeah.
Finesque.
Yeah.
But no, he's got the bulbous
That's why
nature,
they call
which-
me dorsal, mate.
Oh, mate.
'Cause I just-
We go down to the RSL.
I'm not a strong swimmer.
No, that's not why they're calling you dorsal.
That's why I'm sort of like on my back all the time, sort of like flailing, like out too far, like stuck in a rip and I'm flailing. But because my nostrils are so big, because my nose is enormous, I can still breathe.
Yeah.
And I've sort of like got this, you know how Aboriginals do circular breathing to play the didgeridoo?
Of course.
I inhale a heap of water because
Yeah.
some of my nostrils underwater.
Naturally.
And I just manage to spit it out and
That's
let
right.
the air go through.
And like you're close to passing out the entire time.
I'm
You're
on the brink
You're
of death.
fading in and out of consciousness.
I can hold on.
And I've been to a swimming carnival, and so I've seen this in the flesh. I can vouch for this man's ability. But absolutely, it was
God,
terrifying.
it looks good when I dive.
Oh,
I'm
God.
coming first off the dive. It's
Yeah.
just when you have to start swimming.
Well, you got less air resistance. You're cutting through with
Yeah,
that dorsal fin.
exactly
You just-
right. I'm just splitting
Yeah.
the lane.
But I was always wondering, like, we go to the RSL and then we walk in and they're like, dorsal! I didn't get that until now.
Yeah,
So
no,
that makes
it's
sense.
it's
Yeah.
because of the snoz.
Nice.
But
Well, there you go.
I said to him like, if you guys keep bullying me, I'm gonna just stop playing. I'm gonna just stop coming in. I'm gonna stop playing this game.
Yeah. What game were you playing?
And I got a lot of people behind me, mate. So you better watch who you're stirring up.
Yeah, this is at the Zilmere Club, isn't
Yeah,
it? You got your whole
exactly
Zilmere
right.
crew, yeah. That's, far
I got a lot of people over there on the
They're on the...
on the brink of death, playing the pokies, praying for their life to change, mate. Ready to back me up when I say. But yeah, so
so
where was we going just before that?
Well,
Oh,
that's my
painters,
painter.
mate, the painter.
Yeah, so I've given you... I told you I was ready. Told you.
Well, I really like Raphael.
Raphael, I don't know Raphael.
Yeah,
Nadal.
he's one of the Ninja Turtles,
He is.
and they're all
He's an
named after
artiste.
Renaissance painters.
They are, aren't they?
So you know, he's my favorite turtle.
Yeah. So that's the one you'd have sex with.
If I could.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. He's just like a bit more sassy. Like, what do you like about him? What's his deal?
Well, I'm scared to speak out of school because I didn't watch too much Ninja Turtles either. But I think he's the red one. I think Michael's the blue one.
Ah, Michelangelo.
Yeah, but that could be wrong as well.
Yeah.
Could be Leo.
Could be.
But the purple one's the nerd. And
Of
I'm
course,
trying to think
yeah.
of who he is.
Oh, I couldn't tell you. But no one like him. I know that.
Yeah. Oh well. Let's move on.
Yeah. No, it sounds like we've got hours of content to pull from this.
Mate, it's just...
I've watched about 5 episodes of Ninja Turtles, so let's dive deep.
It was like,
into this
first it
content.
was Charmed, he's coming in like he's an expert and he's seen 3 episodes of it. Fucking, now it's Ninja Turtles. But yeah, I've been painting.
Oh, so you are getting into the painting phase. Well, there's not much else to do these days.
No.
You got to pick up a hobby.
But the prices of berets.
Oh, well, you don't need a beret. Oh, actually,
What do you mean?
Well, have you tried painting without a beret?
I can't be creative without a beret on.
Oh, that's true. It does naturally bring out the creativity, so it makes sense to have your artiste beret.
Someone was telling me the other day some bullshit that started in France.
No.
And it was like, yeah, right. As if that's fucking possible. What have they ever done except confuse everyone?
Speaking a made-up language?
Yeah, exactly right. Like, oh, fucking what? Merci. I'm not attacking you, mate. Stop panicking.
I feel we could be at risk of alienating any French-based listeners, but that's fine.
No, they'll be into it. They don't know what the fuck we're talking about either, I don't think. Or they do, and they're just fucking with us and talking in their own gobbledygook, mate.
Yeah, but that's probably...
Speaking absolute gobbledygook.
Oh, that could be happening. But so you're going to get into painting more? You're going to keep going?
Yeah, well, I've been painting a shitload, but I should probably get some brushes.
Yeah. Oh, so how are you painting? Using
Fingers.
your hands? Oh, hands would be alright.
Hands?
Yeah. Hands.
No, you can't get the details right.
Oh, that's true.
Because I'm painting all sorts of... I'm painting shapes. I'm painting, things that don't really look like anything as well.
Oh, that's...
So you got to get the details right, or else what are you fucking doing?
So what are you wearing if you don't have a beret?
A schmock.
You got a smock. That's good. A schmock.
A schmock.
A schmock. It's got to be a schmock. I don't know.
You got to use the correct pronunciation if you're going to be in the art world, Dave.
I'm not.
It's a schmock.
I'm so far removed from the artwork. You're my window into this art world.
Yeah.
I need to know more.
Exactly.
And I don't know that much.
No, that's fine. You can lean on me for this sort of knowledge.
Oh, please.
So it's a schmock.
Okay.
And I've been wearing a schmock.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been fucking eyeing off this beret that I'm going to get.
Mm.
No, I've got a beret, I think I said before, so I'll stick to that.
Yeah, it's good to be consistent.
Yeah.
And so the end game is to start selling some art.
Well, I'm thinking
have a little gallery or
you know
something?
how everyone's usually got like a specialty, like a little like crazy thing, like Andy Warhol had the soup cans.
Yeah.
Oh. Mine's gonna be worms.
Oh, wormies.
Because no one's done it.
No one has.
No one's done it.
And I don't know if they would, but you should.
It's like, have you ever seen one of those fucking earthworms that are just like disproportionately long for what you'd imagine could be living underfoot?
I've seen them.
Makes you think like, fucking hell, if a worm can be that big, a mole could take my fucking head off.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
This is what art does. It makes you think. It makes you question.
Yeah.
And everyone has their own different reaction to it. So you see a worm and you think, oh my god, like there's so much more underneath. There could be so many more things.
Exactly. Like which side's its fucking head?
I see a worm.
What the fuck's this worm doing? Where's its fucking head? What the fuck? Now it's going this way. I thought that was its head.
Yeah, that's right. And whereas
so many questions.
Me and every other sane person sees a worm and goes, fuck! Oh god!
Yeah,
right.
no,
I would never make that the subject of any art that I do. That's like naturally the reaction.
It's sort of like that's sort of what I'm going for. That's the artistic effect.
Yeah,
kind of
okay.
like this sort of like repulsive dystopian sort of society that we live in, but also this little organism that actually does a lot of work for us behind the scenes, but is sort of just as repulsive to us.
So repulsive.
I think that's just an interesting concept.
Yeah, and you're enamored by it and you love
and
it.
Exactly. So worms on the brain. I've stopped worming the dog too, hoping we get some worms.
No, don't do that. Maybe just keep painting worms, but also worm the dog.
Yeah. I've been looking for all sorts of different worms as well. Like, gonna see if I can get my hands on a ringworm.
Just trying to find what.
So I've been walking around without shoes on everywhere.
Yeah, that's a healthy dragging your ass on the carpet and all that sort of stuff.
No, I haven't done that. I'll let Bo do that.
Yeah,
let the dog do that, mate.
And I guess
then I'll give him a kiss after.
Yeah, that's good to give him a little kiss.
Yeah.
Well, you'll definitely get the worms there. You'll be there.
And then they'll be able to see what life's like as me.
Oh,
art
living through art. That's kind of what it's going to be in the end.
You sort of jumped the gun on me there. I was going to explain all of that, but you've just
no.
You've fucked it.
No. You're talking me around. You're talking me around.
Art, yeah.
You're gonna have a gallery. I can already tell.
Yeah. How sick would a fucking a worm gallery be?
Honestly, terrifying. But also, I want to see
that like a full warehouse, sweet, full of just this like. slightly different variations of earthworms.
I'm
Come on, mate. I'll be a millionaire in no
I'm
time.
imagining opening night and you've got like people there with glasses of champagne and you're just trying to talk them through like, and so this one up here is like I was just feeling like really into like earthworms this day, and then you take them like a few more meters down, it's like, and then this one's more just like just the ringworm.
Like just like a ringworm, like a slightly less earthy feel to this one.
It's just like a huge circle. Like it's creative. It's definitely creative.
So I just, it hasn't been done, and as far as I'm concerned, it's got some of the most rich potential for generating some culture.
Well, definitely.
For generating some real culture, you know what I mean?
It'll cause a discussion. If that's what you're trying to do, that's what you'll definitely do.
And my parents are off the idea, but they're just, they're old, mate. They don't get it. They don't get that I have the ability to really generate culture.
That's right. And you're influencer. You're going to influence this new discussion around biodiversity. Maybe even like...
That's not on my radar at all.
No, but like... Cause,
worms, Dave.
No. Worms like chew through like orange peels and stuff, and that's like they're mulching, and it's like the You're shaking your head. No, you're not into this at all.
That's got nothing to do with what I'm about.
Sorry.
I'm about the worms, Dave.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying this is like a worm's action. It's like part of their life cycle and what they do.
I don't really care about any of that. It's more just about the worms being themselves.
Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
So I'm not gonna throw an acidic orange peel on a worm and expect anything to happen.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And if
I'm
you
glad.
do, I think that's probably a bit high expectations.
I'm very glad
worm,
that's
Dave.
what you said. Okay. Well, we'll just have a little agree to disagree on this one, but I like where your head's at. It's a good energy. It's still a good energy, and I'm into it.
So once I get some brushes, man, I'll be able to paint whatever. Honestly, because it's the details. That's where a lot of my work's falling down at the moment, because there's no fidelity to it. I'm just getting the fingers in and doing a squiggly line.
Yeah, well, there's no fidelity. There's just going to be huge like swaths of like random paint marks. I can imagine with your fingers. Just like the canvas is almost just one colour at this point.
Yeah.
Very one note. Very one worm.
Very one piece.
Very one piece.
Shit.
Oh, wow. We've circled back.
Wow.
Oh, well, it's good to pick up hobbies, you know. It's all
What's your hobby? What are you picking up?
Well, right now, I'm into making beer right now. That's what's been happening.
You've had a taste, actually, a couple of weeks ago.
I have had a taste, yeah, and it was fine.
Are they ready for the plucking?
Yeah, they're ready. They're ripe. They're green and ripe.
Green and ripe?
No.
They shouldn't be green, though.
Yeah. No. They're done. It's been a very long process. It's taken about 2 months for it to fully mature and not taste like complete garbage. So, but they didn't explode on me, which I'm really happy about.
Is that usual that they'd explode on you?
Not usual, can happen.
Right.
And as a first time, the potential. It's funny when you're reading all the instructions. They're just like, as a first-time beer maker, do not place this near your valuables, your electronics.
Right. Fuck, eh.
And so that's why all the beer is now sitting in the laundry sink, because of the explosion potential. But we should be fine. Everything's fine. But if you
is it going to get progressively worse and like more likely to explode?
No.
Now, like,
we're through that phase now.
Okay.
So if it was going to explode, it would have done it a couple of weeks
is that
ago.
just while it's fermenting?
Yeah.
And the gas pressure's getting crazy?
So if you put your beer in the bottle before it's finished fermenting, danger.
Oh.
That's when you get huge gas buildup.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So you really.
So you've played it smart. You're on the other side.
I'm on the other side.
You've cracked a cold one.
Oh.
What's the brew called? Do you have a name for it yet?
I haven't got a name for the brew, but I'm open to ideas. I'm open to I was thinking
David's beer?
David's beer is a real strong contender.
Yeah.
Feel like could be more creative, but it's up there.
Yeah, it's a bit obvious, that one, isn't it? Yeah. That was just low-hanging fruit. What about Mr. David's beer?
Mr. David's beer?
Yeah.
That's okay.
And sort of act like you're potentially like a foreigner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because that's, if there's anything that Australian market likes,
it's exactly
it's
right.
Foreigners. Yeah.
Exactly right. We're just all open-minded people, and it's like, oh, Mr. David.
Yeah.
You know,
Mister?
Yeah.
This guy sounds mature and knowledgeable.
Packaged and brewed in Australia from Vietnam.
Ah.
Or something like that.
So I've packaged it here in Australia, shipped it to Vietnam.
And then had it sent back.
And then I've had it sent back.
Relabeled, and then had it sent back.
See, that just sounds cost efficient, and I'm into this idea.
It might cost a few extra pennies, all right, Dave. You can take a stab at me there.
No.
the market, mate.
Think of the market. That technically imported beer.
Oh, so good.
So on the
good.
technical front.
Have you seen how well Heineken have been doing?
I've heard that they're quite a large beer. They're quite a large brand, but I don't know. They're kind of up and coming, aren't they? Heineken is a brand.
No, they're out. They've been out there for a while.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's from Germany.
Oh, Germans. They don't know how to make beer. They've never really made beer though.
No.
No, it's not like a rich cultural history or anything.
As far as I'm aware, all they've made sausage dogs.
No, yeah, sausage dogs and maybe sausages, which is a weird coincidence.
Yeah, true.
Weird coincidence. Did they breed dogs to look like their sausages?
Maybe.
That's a bit twisted.
That's a bit fucked to think about.
That's
but also, like, I'm kind of, like, into that if that's what they've done.
Oh, wow. You are?
You know what I mean? Like, it's
Okay.
sort of like, you know the meme of the Jurassic Park dude that's like, you scientists were too busy wondering if they could, that they didn't stop to think if they should.
They just had crazy
It's
German
kind of like
scientists.
that, kind of like fucked up, sort of fucked upness that I'm kind of like into. It's like, we love sausages so much, but then we've got all these big fucking non-sausage looking dogs. They're like, fuck this. And then they just head to the lab and figure it out. With that straight old, good old fashioned German ingenuity and engineering, mate.
Yeah, I'm just imagining there's just like, Professor Hans, we can do this.
Professor Dash.
Professor Dash, we know how to make this sausage into
We can
a
do
dog.
this to the hounds. I don't even know what that accent was.
That's
but...
a real playful accent, that one. That's real.
Just use your imagination if you're listening, and that's what Germans sound like.
It's good not to stereotype. But yeah, so I've just been making beer, and that's been okay, and haven't killed myself yet, so
That's
really
good. Imagine that.
strong.
Going from a bottle cap to the temple.
He died doing what he loved, technically.
Goliath's revenge. David's down.
Yeah. Thousands of years later, but he got there. Yeah. Goliath's Revenge. That's a good beer name.
Yeah, that is.
Goliath's Revenge.
Shit.
That's not bad. I'm into it.
And you're David too.
I know. There's kind of a connection there. Because it's kind of like saying like the beer was so shit when I drank it.
Yeah.
Got fucked up. It'll sell. But no, we'll have a taste soon. We'll get.
Well, I remember you pulled it out at the party the other night.
Yeah, it tastes better than what it did then.
Okay, I believe that.
It's been bottled.
Because it wasn't ready when you were telling us you were opening it.
No,
And then we had a little try, but I remember it was Was it really fruity?
It was
really
fruity.
Hoppy?
It was really fruity.
Yeah.
It's a very fruity one, that one. So, but it doesn't. It's matured and it's gotten a lot darker now too in the bottles. So that's that. That's what I've been doing.
What do you reckon the toucan from Fruit Loops is doing these days for work?
Do you know that they've redesigned him on the Fruit Loop box? This was a big thing last week. You know how they fucked the bananas and pajamas by making them animated?
Oh,
They've gone the same idea.
don't.
They've gone the same. I know I've just brought up some trauma for you because they used to have those live action bananas in the suits and now they've gone CGI. Oh God, I've sent him off. Sent him spiraling.
fuck.
Well, Toucan
Sam got me through so much shit.
They've done him in the exact same way.
So now he's like the new Dodo.
Kind of like the new Dodo, except the new Dodo is far more terrifying.
New Dodo.
The new Dodo. Internet that flies.
Fuck. And I'm like, who's
Oh.
with Dodo? Have you ever met anyone?
No. It's got to be a front of a
It's
business.
the whole business plan is just fucked from the mascot. Dodo, an extinct bird that went extinct because it's retarded.
Yeah.
And it
was-
didn't know how to adapt to any new change in its environment.
The
and it just
slightest
died.
adversity.
Yeah, it died
so,
out.
so it's like the slightest adversity in your internet will cause us major delays and
Exactly,
problems.
exactly right. And you're connected. Sorry for the disconnection. We'll have that back very, very soon.
All right, I've got up the new Toucan Sam. Look at him. Look at your boy. They've absolutely slaughtered him.
What the fuck is this? Oh man.
They've gone from a nice three.
What's this nose business?
Honestly, the nose is the most cooked part of the whole thing.
And like little like anime like.
It's got anime vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. My boy, look what they did to my boy.
Oh no, that's fuck news.
Yeah.
Who else is gonna get done in? Cheetos can't be next.
Oh, probably. Yeah, they're redoing everything. Everything needs a rebrand these days. I don't see why.
I don't know why.
I don't feel like everything's
I think
dated.
that means we're old.
Yeah.
Because the kids probably see that shit and go like, that's a bit like half done, isn't it? Like when you look at a movie from the 1960s and you're kind of like, I could sit and watch this, but I'm not very patient and I'm not in it for the story.
Yeah, for the visuals,
exactly.
purely.
So I reckon that's just what the young kiddles are into.
Well, there's got to be some market research where some market guy was like, all right, Fruit Loops. So market research shows that kids only respond to vibrant colours and super animated styling. And then they went, we're going to redesign this bird. We're going to sell so many fucking sugary Fruit Loops. Get these kids fucked on the sugar.
Well, it's probably because we're on the way out with that sort of sugary cereal. Not with life itself.
Oh, I'm 1 foot in the grave.
Yeah, it does feel a bit that way.
Just always tired. Just,
It does feel a bit that way when you sort of like get up and something cracks and you're like, it inches closer.
Or like when you inhale like, the large burrito.
Oh.
Not Mortine. Don't do that anymore. Just a burrito. And you get like the pain in your chest, and you think, this is it."
Yeah, man.
And it couldn't possibly be the fucking 2 kilos of burrito.
Do you get indigestion very much?
I ate McDonald's really, really fast on Sunday.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I've had indigestion, and I knew it was completely 100% my fault.
Yeah, right.
I haven't had indigestion in like a year.
Yeah,
okay. So I was like,
right.
I've done myself in.
Nah, I get indigestion. Fucking often as. Yeah. And it's I know it's because I'm just fucking gorging. Like,
yeah,
I got
it's because you're eating
I just
fast.
need to slow down.
Yeah.
I was literally on Dotes with Jackson and we were starting a game. I had like 30 seconds. And I said to Jackson, I was like, you want to see me break the world record for the fastest time a Big Mac's gone down?
And he's like, no, wait.
And then he's like, yeah, I'll set a timer. And then it was like 30-something seconds. 34 seconds or something. And afterwards I'm sitting there like in the chair. like chest like rising involuntarily.
Like you're inhaling.
Oh, and then I've got a shake as well instead of a Coke.
Oh, God.
So I had nothing to lubricate.
There's a nice thick sludge to go on top of it.
Yes.
And it would have just been
It'll
sitting
nicely
right
line
here.
the stomach, this.
Yeah, just sitting right in like the esophagus,
Yeah.
congealing and being cold as well.
Ooh, I'm starting to have trouble breathing here. Might grab a water. That's for pussies.
I'm in the game, I can't. But you're getting this quite a bit then.
Hey?
You're getting
indigestion. I get it quite a bit.
You gotta slow down, mate.
No, I do.
Crazy.
100% do. I'm doing some fucking permanent damage to this valve as well.
Undoubtedly.
It's no good.
They'll do a bloody colonoscopy on you when you're like 50 and he'll be like, my God.
Fucking hell. If they're going to shove it that far up my ass, I don't know if I want to have a colonoscopy ever.
I've never seen such distension of the stomach.
The bottom of his esophagus is at his rectum.
He's pushed it down.
That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
But he's a medical marvel.
No, exactly.
Simon, get
How's
in
he
here.
alive?
Yeah. You're just like there.
His pancreas is drier than a raisin.
He's twisting out that insulin. Medical jokes.
But I think this room's definitely going to need a fan at some point.
Yeah, I'm getting warm just now, and we're just. But I've got a fan upstairs. I'll bring that in for the next podcast.
Yeah,
I'll chuck it in down there.
You know when you used to put your head to the fan and make that funny like transformer robot noise?
I do.
Do you reckon that's sort of like what turned you on to science?
As a man of science, I've always thought back to. Yeah, and that's and honestly, because I work at a hospital, when I talk to most of the researchers, they all have the same
You've
origin
got a little
story.
pocket fan, and it's just a fun little thing you do.
Well, they all bring it out. No, I'm not doing it. They're all walking around with these pocket fans. There's like 20 of them, and they're just walking around going, anyway, that is my clinical diagnosis. See you later.
No, it gets a lot of visitors, your hospital, or the staff are doing that?
We're encouraging people not to visit. It's COVID, though.
Yeah,
it's just
true,
because of
true,
COVID,
true.
not any other reason. Don't send them to the research award.
When's the last time you proper fucked around with a water pistol?
We've got to go 5 years, I'd say.
I'd reckon I'd be 10.
Yeah, that's probably close.
But you remember when you were proper going over to your mate's house and playing with
water balloon fights?
Pistols? Water balloon fights could go either way for me.
I
One
love
bad
them.
balloon on the face.
No, it was good.
It stings.
But it was
I'm
a
not into it.
But it was a good excuse to kind of cause a bit of damage to your friends too.
Yeah.
Because it's so playful.
And it's so playful. If you didn't fill them up enough, they wouldn't pop.
They wouldn't.
And it'd just be like a fucking rubber ball just came and hit you in the fucking leg. Yeah.
We had some water balloon fights back in primary school, and mates were coming to school the next day with bruises on their face. I remember.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever got too badly done in.
Yeah.
But some of the boys were a
Man,
bit worse for wear.
I copped too many water balloon snaps to the upper part of my face.
Yeah, you've got some trauma.
And I was like, oh no, I'm not into this. Give me the pistol. Give me the gun.
Yeah, I mustn't have got damaged enough because I still look back fondly.
No, if everyone's playing by the rules, it is fun. It is fun.
You got to set the ground rules at the start. No groin, no face.
Yeah, exactly right. And then everyone's just straight up trying to slot your nuts, as
Get him
quickly
in the dick!
as possible.
Get him in the dick!
Just fucking running around with a big little bundle, just fucking sideways shooting as low as possible, hoping they're
doing the dirtiest little chucks, just...
He's down. Oh no! Oh no!
Sam, I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly right.
Not fucking sorry. Yeah.
But no, getting the water pistol out.
Yeah, that was alright.
Remember pumping that fucking thing up and being like, oh my god, there's going to be a nuclear explosion if I go another
Honestly.
pump.
And if only I knew what that fucking wrist motion was leading to a lifetime of.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this is pre-wank days.
Oh, that's it.
That's pre-wank. And I was really developing the muscles. Maybe that's why they build them like that, because they know young boys
are into pistols.
They are into guns. I guess it could go either way, but it's that pumping motion, using that fist pumping motion that's like, we'll train him young. We'll train him young for a lifetime of masturbation. That'll be all right. I feel
sorry for the people that live in drought-stricken areas and they can't do it.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they just do it anyway? Like it's sort of like more of a
I reckon they're throwing
instinctual thing.
I reckon they're not, because water's a valuable resource, and they're throwing dust balls. Like they're just getting out ball of mud from the ground, just chucking that at their mates. Yeah. That's all you can do.
Gee whiz.
Can't be wasting water out there. Fucking valuable resource. Yeah, it's making me sad.
I'm getting so sad thinking about all those boys that can't pump their pistols, man.
Pump those pistols, man.
We should get a hashtag going.
Yeah.
Pump that pistol.
Hashtag pump that pistol. That'll be so that's the good one. And I think I just got the name of this podcast.
Get a charity thing going. Yeah, pump that pistol.
Pump that pistol.
That's good.
We've arrived.
Hashtag pump that pistol. We're here for change.
Hashtag One Piece.
We're willing to deliver 1,000 litres of water to each remote community so that they can pump their pistols. Come on, guys.
Come on, let's go.
This is the charity drive.
We've got the website going.
First up for auction. Here's my earthworm painting.
$1.
We'll start the bidding at 100,000.
I got $1 over here.
Sorry, sir. We're starting the bidding at 100,000.
Sold for $1. The auctioneer's having none of it. You're just pulling him aside like, what the fuck?
David, counterbid. Raise the bid.
$2.
The guy's like, yeah, you can have it.
He's like, no one's going any higher than that. I'm like, fuck, I got stuck with this fucking worm painting. But it's for a good cause.
It's for a good cause. It's for a good cause.
So
okay, next on the chopping block, Lachie's rare collection of TV guides. Oh God, I'll never repay this loan, but I got to pump that pistol.
Next up, this bed frame made from the same. You're like, no, now I'm really losing money.
From counterfeit TV guys.
The kids are going to have no water.
No.
The kids are going to have nothing.
We have $5. That's not enough to get a truck, man.
Don't you know how much trucks go for these days?
I'll drive a bottle of Coke out there.
No, we'll make a fund rate. We'll make a GoFundMe. GoFundMe. And we've got a firm target of $1 million.
Yeah.
And the way we do it is...
look, I think the hashtag alone will sort of garnish donations across the board.
That's going to generate interest.
Yeah.
So we've got public
Pump
appeal.
That pistol.
Pump that pistol.
What the hell?
NRA is just a huge donor. That's how we do it.
Get the NRA on board.
Right, like heaps of misleading stuff like, we're all for the rights.
They're low on ammunition.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll get them.
We're all for getting those fights, those gunfights out to where they're needed most. And then they'll be like, wow, that's Fuck.
I wouldn't have thought my calling would be charity, but this is something I'm really wanting to follow through on.
You're a philanthropist. I've always known that about you.
This is something I'm really wanting to follow through on. Primarily for the hashtag.
Yeah. Primarily. That's the only reason I'm involved. Because I get to wear the shirts, I get to make the banners, I get to have the posters up.
Yeah.
I've got a website in development, and Pump That Pistol's blowing up. I'm loving it.
It'd be so fun having like a charity water pistol fight, but they've got no water.
Yeah.
So we head out there and they field a team.
Yeah.
And we just fuck them up. Like we just smash them with the water pistol, and like all the really little kids will be coming like trying to drink the water out of the pistol, like
because they're so thirsty. Yeah, that's right.
And they'll be like, fuck it, stop wasting it. Yeah. They're like squeezing the dirt that the water lands on to get a few drops out. Yeah. And we're just laughing and carrying on. We're just shooting them and fucking them
then
up.
Like we'll get hot and I'll just pour like with the water over me and just be like, this is so good. So
head to the car and just get like a 30 pack of water bottles and just tip like half of it over yourself. Like, you need a couple?
That's right. And then just, and sometimes like bottled water doesn't taste very good. So I like pour some on me then like throw the
half a bottle out on the ground.
Well, yeah, it's like got that plastic taste and no one else is going to have it.
No one needs it.
And that'll be good going to a team with no water because not only can they not fight back, they'll be like, why are you doing this? And we'll be like, no, we're doing this to get you water in a few weeks.
We're just running around the town, dousing everybody, saying, pump that pistol.
Pump it. Why aren't you pumping? We don't have a gun to pump.
This is for your young boys. We're doing it for your young boys.
Anyway, it's nice to be appreciated.
Yeah, it's nice to be a part of something.
Part of a community. Yeah. Building communities.
Well, that's what I'm about.
Oh, well, that's a pretty good idea that we've had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we're really going to beat it.
Well, we don't have to beat it.
Well.
What is happening? Are we wrapping up?
I was thinking about wrapping it up, yeah.
Are we at an hour?
Yeah, hour and 5, mate.
Shit.
Yeah.
Where does the time go?
It flies. It honestly flies.
Oh, well, so sorry that turned out as awkward as it did, guys. Dave's giving me weird signals. I'm thinking, fucking...
I need to make a sign.
Are we deleting
I need to
that?
make a sign.
Are we deleting that whole last part?
No, that was gold. That was beautiful.
Anyway,
Pump That Pistol's
we're done.
Huge.
We're out of here. Happy episode 3.
Happy episode number 3.
Head to www.earthworms.com/art and you'll see a couple of you'll see a broken URL link. I can't afford the
domains are expensive.
The domain rental.
Yeah,
so
very expensive.
Anyway, head there in the next couple of years and you'll see 100%. You'll see a few.
You guys will be able to pump that pistol.
A few of my works. And don't forget, the merch is up on our website now, www.thedl.com. Grab yourself a Don't You shirt.
No, we were going to talk about that. We're not going to actually get the Don't You shirt.
Grab yourself a Don't You shirt. All right, guys, see you later.
Wait.